Hi, my name is Ryan Cunningham. I'm the Artistic Director of Native Earth Performing Arts. I'm Plains Cree and a Celtic mix from central Alberta. I was very fortunate to be part of the Fire Hall production of Vimy by Vern Thiessen. Vimy's an incredible story about Canada's involvement in World War I. World War I was such an important part of Canada's history and placement in the world stage. Vimy, the Battle of Vimy Ridge, basically solidified Canada's establishment as a sovereign nation under the Crown, of course, part of the Commonwealth, but really carved a place for itself on the world stage. And in World War I, there were huge numbers of Aboriginal men and women who volunteered for World War I, who had to revoke their status just to do it. And they saw it as part of their responsibility under treaty to fight for their treaty partners, and they did. Well, I first encountered REDPATCH from my good friend and colleague, Sean Oliver. We were in Vimy together, and we both knew we had a strong passion for World War I, in particular the battle around Vimy. And so we talked a lot about that in the historical context. Shortly thereafter, I think, well, around the same time, Hardline Productions was being formed and creating its own work. And Sean mentioned that his partner in the company, Race Calvert, was also interested in not only the indigenous participation of World War I, but also the specific connection to his nation. I became the artistic director at Native Earth Performing Arts in 2014, and of course I'd been in conversation with Sean and Race about REDPATCH. I had expanded with the Wasagachak Begins to Dance Festival to 2 weeks, and last year, 2015, it just so happened the opening of Wasagachak was on Remembrance Day. So I had been talking with Race and Sean about Native Earth being involved in helping the development through our festival, which supports the development of a lot of Indigenous works in Canada every year. And it was just such a great fit to have a reading of it on November 11th to open the festival, but also to bring Sean and Race to Toronto and work with another dramaturg, Ed Roy, who I've worked with a lot over the years, who I think is incredible. Because it's so important for a piece to have multiple inputs, inspirations, perspectives. Not everything sticks, not everything's in line what ultimately it's going to be, but how do you know unless you have that exposure and that experience? And it's really in line with what Native Earth is trying to do, having at least a 3 to 4 year development plan for any new script, any new production, really give it the time it needs to find itself.